All right, so for our first part, we're going to be solving systems. So remember, there are three ways to solve a system: one by elimination, two by substitution, and three by graphing. So we're going to start with number two because I think this one is easier than the other two we have here. And the reason why I think this is easy is because I can solve this system by using substitution. Notice that we already have a y equals, right? So y is equal to negative 3x plus 5. I can replace this y with this expression, okay? So what I'm going to do is I will write 5x minus 4. Then remember, I'm replacing this y with this expression. So I'm going to include the parentheses, then input the negative 3x plus 5 inside, and then we'll finish this off with equals negative 3. Now, notice that we have a number in front of the parentheses. So this negative 4, I'm going to have to distribute. So I have 5x plus 12x minus 20 equals negative 3. And here I can go ahead and combine the like terms. So I have 5x plus 12x, which is 17x, minus 20 equals negative 3. And then I'll just solve this problem like an algebra problem, right? So I'll add both sides by 20. And then I have 17x equals negative 3 plus 20 is 17. And if I divide both sides by 17, then I have x is equal to 1. So we found what x is equal to. Now I need to figure out what y is equal to. But remember, y is equal to negative 3x plus 1. So to find my y, I can just replace this x variable with the one I just found. So I have y equals negative 3 times 1 plus 5, and negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. And if I add that by 5, then y is equal to 2. So our answer is 1, 2. Now let's take a look at number 1. We have this system here. Now I can solve this by using substitution or elimination. You can use whatever you want. But in this case, I am going to use elimination, just so you know how to use each method. So when we're doing elimination, it's very important that we find our opposites, right? So if you have positive 14y and negative 14y, we have a positive and negative, right? There are going to be opposites. And if you add these two numbers together, it's 0. And that's what we want. So with number 1, we have a positive and negative and a positive and negative. That's great. In the case that you have a positive and a positive, then you need to multiply one equation by the negative and then distribute, right? In this case, what I'm going to do is I am going to multiply this second equation by positive 2. So if I distribute the 2 to each term, well, I am left with negative 12x minus 14y equals negative 20. And then I'm going to rewrite the first equation that's up top. So 8x plus 14y equals positive 4. Okay, so remember with elimination, we add vertically. So I'm going to go ahead and say, what is 8x plus negative 12x? Well, that's going to be negative 4x. And then we have positive 14y and negative 14y. Notice that we have a positive and a negative, and both of these are 14y's. So this is just going back to what we've talked about at the beginning. The positive and the negative, they're opposites. So if I have positive 14y and negative 14y, they'll cancel each other out and will give you 0. So in this case, this is 0. We don't have to write 0 because it's already implied. But we can go ahead and say, what is 4 plus negative 20? So 4 plus negative 20 is negative 16. Then we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by negative 4. So x is equal to positive 4. So we know that x is positive 4, but what is y? So I can go ahead and replace this x or that x with 4. It doesn't really matter what you choose. You're still going to get the same answer, but I'm going to go ahead and use the first equation to figure out my y. So we have 8 times 4 plus 14y equals 4. And 8 times 4 is 32 plus 14y equals 4. And I'm going to go ahead and subtract both sides by 32. So I have 14y equals negative 28. And if I divide both sides by 14, then y is equal to negative 2. So to basically create my final answer, it should be in an order pair, so it's going to be 4 comma negative 2. That's your answer. All right, so with number 3, we have a graph. So you can solve this system by graphing, and remember, if we have our equations in the form y equals mx plus b, we can start with our y-intercept and then use that point to rise over run. Okay, so this here, that b represents the y-intercept, and then m represents the slope or the rise over run. So here, this is my first equation, and this is my second equation. So with y equals 4x plus 3, well, our b value is 3, so it should be in the form 0, comma 3. So I'm going to start at 3, and then notice that our slope is 4. So that means I need to go up 4 and then right 1. And then up 4 and then right 1. So up 4, right 1, up 4, right 1. And then you're going to go back to the y-intercept and do the opposite. You're going to go down 4, left 1, down 4, left 1, down 4, left 1, and then you will connect the dots. All right, so now for number 2, or in this case, our second equation, our b value is negative 2. So I need to go here, that 0, comma negative 2. And this negative x just means we have a negative 1x. So I need to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. So down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, and then you're going to keep on repeating. And then you're going to go back to the y-intercept and do the opposite, which is up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. And then you're going to keep on repeating. So now with all these points, I can create a line and then figure out where these two lines intersect. Like, where do they have a common point? Well, the common point would be at negative 1, comma negative 1. So the answer is negative 1, comma negative 1.